Hello, everybody. How is everybody tonight? Happy Monday. We made it through the Monday, which is a feat in itself on some Mondays, but I actually had a pretty good Monday. Can't complain, absolutely. Anyway, thank you guys for jumping on. You guys are watching Chalking Up the Walls. My name is April Walls, and tonight I am going to do our part 2 of the January 2021 Club Couture. That is what we're doing. So like I said, as you guys jump on, be sure to say hello and let's get to it. All right. Come on now. All right, perfect. Going to be using, obviously, our January club transfer. So this is our monthly subscription. Each month you get one of our B-size transfers and 3 coordinating paste singles. That way you can make a few projects every month. This is the design for January of this year. So you have the large ampersand, you have a heart that goes along with it, and then you have the words me and you, right? So all together. And if you were fortunate enough to be on last Monday, you saw me put it all together in its entirety. Tonight we're going to use just a few of the pieces, but do something completely different than I think it was originally intended for. That's the hope anyway. We're going to try it. We're going to see what happens. Absolutely. Hey, what's up, Miss Carrie? Happy Monday to ya. Happy Monday. Thank you for watching. All right, so I'm going to use one of our, this is a chalk couture surface. It is very similar to all of our cutouts in that they are dual-sided and wooden, right? They're very sturdy. They stand up on their own, which is pretty cool. So I don't know if you guys saw the other day when I did the trees, it's the same type of wood, the same substance and whatnot, but these are in the shape of houses. They come as a 2-pack. As you guys saw me open them. Comes a 2-pack, and then, like I said, you can use both sides of them. Tonight we're just going to use one side. And we're going to do just a background in these stripes and dots, right? Just to put kind of a background piece on it. This is part of our house patterns is the name of this transfer. It's big. It's got 4 different house backgrounds. But you could use any background that you wanted. If you wanted to replicate this project, you could use any of our backgrounds. Polka dots, the herringbone, even buffalo plaid would look super cute on it. Or if for some reason you wanted to do a different design, you could definitely always just take either a chalk marker or some paint and just paint up your own background, whatever you want to do. But our house patterns fit these wood cutouts perfectly, so they are super nifty to have. Likewise, with all of our wood, we're going to have to take a second to wax it. So while I do that, why don't you guys tell me how your Monday was? That would be cool. All right, I'm taking my Min wax here. I'm just going to put a nice little layer of wax over the wood. Helps protect the transfer, and it helps the paste glide over the wood a little bit better. So I always like to do it. Plus, if you have an oops, makes it a whole lot easier to take that paste up because you have this nice little waxy layer in between the wood and your paste. So why not? Doesn't take long to do it and has a few different super cool benefits. All right, so let's just make sure we got all that covered. Take a different piece and just buff it out. All right, and I think we're good to go there. All right, cool. Set you over there. Get our wax out of the way. Perfect. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, this is our club, which is super cool. It is a monthly subscription. It's $19.99, and like I said, you get an exclusive transfer design. It's not one that's in any other catalogs or available online or anything like that. Only our club members and our designers are able to get them. So it does make you part of a cool little exclusive club. That way not everybody in town has your design. That's one of the reasons I like it. It is. Plus it's a surprise. You never know exactly what's gonna come in the mail, and then you get to play around with it and do some fun stuff. All right, so I'm gonna line this up the best that I can. Kind of, like I said, they like perfectly fit these, so you can just barely see where the edges are. All right, I think that looks good where it's at. All right, press it down. That way it sticks there. And I'm going to mask off a little piece of the middle because I want to leave this place open for what I'm going to do with our actual club design. So this is, like I said, just serving as a background. But I want to make sure that while I'm chalking it, I don't get too far down, forget what I'm doing, and get paste in a place that I don't want. So just take your placement tape or painter's tape, something like that, and then you can just cover the part of the transfer that you don't want to be chalked. And then you don't have to worry about it. All right, let's get this bottom section. So yes, my game plan with this transfer is to, or with this project, so you guys kind of can see what I'm thinking here, is going to be to chalk the background area on the top and bottom. And then I'm going to take the words, you and me, I'm going to flip the U upside down because I think it looks like an H, right? And then we're going to put the heart in like that. And then we're going to take our me and we're going to spell the word home. That's what we're going to try to do anyway. That is our goal. So we'll see what happens. And if so, I will be very excited. All right, so like I was saying, I just want this background to fill in some of that dead space, but definitely not be overbearing. I want it to be muted. So I'm using Storm, which is a beautiful gray. I don't use this color too terribly often, but I think now that I got it out and all mixed up and looking beautiful, I might incorporate a little bit more of it into my Valentine's Day because I think pinks and grays go together really well. So Storm is going to be the color for the background. So let's grab a squeegee and get to our itches and get to spreading it. All right, so let's take a little bit of our paste, put it down on top of our silk screen. I'm gonna make sure this bottom part, because I know I pressed out the top, but I don't think I pressed the bottom out that well. So I do wanna make sure I do that because I don't wanna get any air bubbles. All right, take your squeegee and then let's just get to covering all of this area on top. All right, just that simple. We'll go side to side. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, back to Mondays. So at least that part of the week is over. This is gonna be kind of an interesting work week for me. My daughter's birthday's on Friday, so I went ahead and scheduled that day off. And then Thursday, I'll be out in the field doing some like community type work. So honestly, I'll only be in my physical office 2 more days this week, which is kind of wild, but I like doing the community things. Plus, it does break up my regular work weeks quite a bit. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it is going to make for a very short in the office work week for me, but that's okay. And then Monday is a holiday. So I would actually, once I leave my office on Wednesday, I won't be back in it until the following Tuesday. So not really a full vacation by any means, because obviously I'm gonna be working on Thursday, but kind of a little mini vacation from the office. So kind of excited. Haven't really gotten a whole lot of chance to talk to my daughter as far as what we're going to be doing for her birthday, but I always take that day off and we usually do something cool. Look at that. Those lines turned out pretty cute. So far, so good. But not gonna lie, that was the easy part. That was the easy part. Getting these other letters to line up is gonna be a little bit more challenging, but I have faith that I can do it. All right, so I'm just so I have some room to groove here, I'm just gonna clean these guys off because I'm done with this storm for now, and put the lid back on it. You want to keep your lids on the best you can, that way your paste doesn't dry out. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. All right, you know what? Let's, I do apologize in advance. It's going to be a little loud, but I do not want to mess this background up. Oh, it's not plugged in. All right, helps if you plug in your heat gun. All right, let's do that right quick. And then we can dry it. All right, so under normal circumstances, I would just walk away, go find something else to do for like 15, 20 minutes and then come back and wait, you know, naturally for my paste to dry. But being that we're doing this live and you guys are watching, we're gonna try to speed it up a little bit for you. All right, that should be dry. All right, so anytime you use heat, keep your gun moving because you don't wanna like melt anything that might be around, or if you get too close to some wet paste, it could potentially bubble up. It's never happened to me, but I've heard that that's possible. So, whoa, I did not mean to like rock you guys there. Sorry if you went shaky. Yeah. So be careful. And then whenever you're done, just make sure your surface gets somewhat back to room temperature. You don't want to put your transfers on a hot surface because you definitely could melt them that way too. But while we're waiting for that to cool down, let's see if we can get this lined up. And we've got our me on this side, got our H, and then we're gonna put that heart right in the middle. You know what, I think I'm going to start spelling backwards. That way I can get it lined up the way I want it. All right, so let's do some fuzzing because this transfer is new. I didn't have to fuzz the house transfer because I've used it quite a few times and it's not very sticky. So let's take this and keeping in somewhat of a neutral tone. I think I need to bring this down just a little bit. I think I'm going to do my words in black. There is a piece of fuzz in the middle of my transfer that's going right across the M, so that has to go. You have to come off of there. I don't know what you are or where you came from, but staying is not an option. Okay, cool. Goodbye. Goodbye, piece of fuzz. And back to what we were doing. All right, so I want to scoot this M-E, the me, the tail end of the E, pretty close to the edge. I need to go, you know what, I think I'm just going to end it right pretty much at the edge because that H can kind of stream off of the edge, and then I think it'll look like it was kind of like written on there. Let's do that. Me, home. All right. Don't be crooked. Be cool and stick on there. All right. We're good. We're good. Thanks for waiting that out with me. All right. Make sure you press down really, really well on your script fonts and get out any and all of those air bubbles. And we're going to go in with our velvet, our black velvet, and cover these letters. Just dip right in there and do that. And then I'm going to have the heart as the O is going to be my accent color. I'm going to put that in Scarlet, which is a beautiful red. It was actually one of our seasonal colors though, so it is due to retire. That makes me very sad. So get your hands on it now if that's something that you think you're going to want down the road, because when it's gone, it's going to be gone forever. All right, I'm just trying to press out all the lines that I made, and then I'm going to peel it up very slowly. Make sure, perfect, that it went through in all the places, because that would have been the time to just drop it right back down. And fill in any spots that may have gone away. All right, so again, we're gonna have to dry this. At least this like M part. And then we're gonna add in our fake H, right? So all I did was take the U portion of our club transfer and flipping it upside down, and we're gonna make it into an H. That's our plan. The middle part's a little warm still, but that's not gonna affect where we're going here. Little sticky, but not terrible. All right. And then, yeah, like I said, that H is gonna just kind of float off the edge. All right, got that where I want it. Take a clean squeegee and press down. Make sure we get out that snap. I might take the tiniest little piece of, no, I don't. I want it to go over the edge. If it oozes out a little bit on that, we'll clean it up. Nope, I want it to look like it was handwritten right off the edge of it. All right, perfect. So again, with the black velvet paste, and then we'll cover this H real quickly. Make sure I get that little tail, because I think that's what's gonna make it look super cool. And then we'll peel it up slowly. Oh, that looks so cool. This is gonna turn out way, way better than I originally thought. I have a tiny, tiny little piece, oops, that I think I'm gonna try to clean up. On the corner, or not the corner, but like the middle part of this H, when I peeled it up, I think some of the paste like kind of dripped down. So I'm just gonna take the tiny part of this makeup brush and go right along the edge while the paste is still wet. Perfect. And pick that up, and while I'm in here, I think I'm just gonna do the other side. Wonderful. All right. Awesome. Look at it. So far, we've got home. Just gotta put our heart in the middle, and this fun little project is going to be complete. All right, so just since it is looking absolutely wonderful and I don't want to mess it up, I'm gonna go ahead and just keep on drying. Should hopefully be good and dry. Scoot the black velvet paste over and get it out of the way. And then let's get our scarlet out. This is what I was telling you guys about. This is the color of the scarlet. It's a really fun red, not your candy apple style red, but definitely a beautiful shade of red. Very Christmas type red, I guess you could say, not your traditional you know, just rainbow red. But it has really had a whole lot of super cool purposes. I've done a lot of projects with it, not even just Christmas. I absolutely love this color. I'm gonna be very sad when it's gone. So note to self, I should actually make a note to pick up another jar of it before it retires, because once it's gone, it's gone. It is, it is. All right, I think we got that good and mixed. This is nice and cooled off. Make sure, yep, it's dry and not terribly hot. So we're gonna peel off the last portion of our home. Actually, it's not really our home. It is the you and me. Let's see if I can't get it to be somewhat in the middle of the letters. So it looks kind of like our O. Is that gonna be, I think that's pretty good. All right, cool. Squeegee, press out the air bubbles. And then we'll just dip right in here and cover it, and this sign will be ready to go. All right, got that nice and smooth out. The consistency of this scarlet is absolutely perfect. So it just glides right through our transfer. All right, But as we peel, we just go slow, make sure all of it went through and covered. Oh, it looks absolutely fabulous. It does. It looks like I might have peeled up a little tiny bit of my M. You guys see that right down there in the corner? Just a little bit. So what we're gonna do to fix that is to take a small paintbrush. Where's my small paintbrush? You know what? Maybe I will use, let's do it this way. End of our paintbrush. Yeah, that's perfect. Basically, we just need like a little stylus kind of a thing. So I'm gonna dip right just straight into my paste and then just get to dabbing and fill that back in with the black. And then we can dry it. Perfect. And just tap. Tap, 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 tap. And clean that up. And then I'm just gonna smooth it. I need the little bitty paintbrush, just the real tiny one. Can't find my super tiny one, but this will be okay. And then I'm just gonna kind of go across and smooth it back out. And that little spot will go away forever. That's why we were drying it though, because sometimes, although that M really should have been completely dry. If the paste isn't completely dry whenever you stick another transfer on it, it might do that, but it's really not the end of the world. It's very easy to fix. Or you could always go over, just go over the transfer again. Just line it back up and go right over it. What is moving over there? I don't know. Something was making crazy noises. All right, I just need a little bit more. Because there we go. And just a little spot. But anyway, that, my friends, is how easy it is to fix if anything like that ever happens. But typically it doesn't, as long as you're not in a big hurry and just let it dry. But anyway, there is our home sign. I think that turned out super cute. I really like the heart in the middle of it. I do. We could have potentially, and maybe we could ultimately after this dries, go in and fill in this section. That might look cool with the lines, but I kind of like the openness of it. I do. Well, awesome. So that little experiment worked out really well. What we learned is that you can take the words you and me and orient them which way or another and make the word home, right? Pretty fun. All right, well, that's what I wanted to try for y'all tonight. Hope you guys have had a good time watching. Hopefully you learned something. I definitely learned something. I've never done that before, so that turned out really cool for sure. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your evening. Happy Monday to you all. Appreciate y'all watching. I do love each and every one of you, and I will be back tomorrow, Tuesday night, for another fun project. I've got 2 that I want to get accomplished this week, so I'm not 100% sure which one is going to happen tomorrow. Either we're going to build a snowman, we're either going to make a snowman, or we're going to play with our heart cutouts. So I was showing you guys, you know how these are our house cutouts? We have ones that look like hearts. So Tuesday, Wednesday, we're going to switch back and forth. One day we'll do the snowman. The next day we'll do the hearts. All right, so stay tuned tomorrow to see which one it is we do first, and then come on back Wednesday and watch the other one. That'll be a plan. All right, y'all, I am going to get cleaned up here and carry on with the rest of my night. All right, y'all, enjoy it. Love you guys. Good night. Bye.